Morning, gang. Okay, Friday again, thank God. All right. Weather got everybody yet? This has been one of those weeks, huh? Fortunately, I didn't have it too bad. So, everything fine here in East Tennessee. But I wanted to go back and discuss kind of what's been happening economically lately. And I know a lot of you guys ask questions about stuff like this because, again, it's something that, we weren't really taught. But so I want to look at this and go over a couple of topics here real quick. So first one I want to talk about, one of everybody's favorites there is precious metals. All right. Now, silver, which is pretty much everybody's favorite, okay, is trading now around $27. Okay. I still feel for people that bought it up at 30 here. I mean, spot price. Okay. Not what you're getting it in the store. Obviously there's premiums on that, but spot price is around 27. And, those who bought it at 30, okay, you're still down 10%. I still think you'll see spot between 25 and 26 soon. Okay. That again is me kind of reading the tea leaves, the technical charts and all like that. But silver's trading at about right now the same price it was last August, okay, which was pretty much the highs for trading. Now, if anybody noticed what's happened to gold, gold's trading at a 7-month low. Okay, gold's now in the $1,700 range, $1,773 as I'm recording this late Friday afternoon or late Thursday afternoon. So, kind of confusing there because why is silver staying up and why is gold going down? Okay, again, both hedges against inflation, but, we all know silver's used in solar panels and stuff like that. Gold is used in things like catalytic converters, fossil fuels, green energy. Okay, that's just kind of a something that I'm noticing here. All right, but we're getting to the point where gold may start looking a little bit more attractive than silver. Just keep an eye on it, and I will do the same, and I'll kind of let you guys know what I'm looking at. I still think gold can pull back further here. And I still think silver is going to as well, but that's beside the point. What's going up is what should scare everybody. And this is kind of where I want to go with today's video. All right. Lumber futures hit a record high on Thursday. Okay. We all know lumber prices have gone crazy. Okay, demand for lumber's up, and I'm going to get to that in a second, and that's going to shock the hell out of you here because it scared me. All right, lumber prices are going up. Why? Because of construction. We heard all the deals. Oh, it was because of COVID. There weren't people going to the factories. Now there's an excuse after an excuse after an excuse why lumber prices are going up. Okay, construction's up, everything. Okay, I mean. If demand outstrips supply, then of course the price goes up. We all get that. But that's where we get into the problem, guys. Okay. So numbers came out today on construction. Good news. Building permits went up 10.4%. That's good. Okay. There's your demand outstripping supply. Okay. They were expecting a 1.4% drop. So, woohoo, construction's up. The bad news, the housing starts dropped 6% month over month, much worse than the 0.5% that was expected. Now you go, okay, that doesn't make sense. If building permits went up and housing starts went down, what happened? There's the scary part, okay? Where the building permits are for is for apartments, multifamily homes, apartment buildings, okay? That went up 28%. Now, let's think about this for a second. We all know what the WEF has said. Oh, we're going to move everybody into the cities. We're going to be controlled, everything like that. We got to have somewhere to put the people. So let's put them in, let's build some apartments so we have it, okay? Mind you, again, and I'm going to relate this to the Soviet Union, okay? And if you guys know what Khrushchevskys are, or Stalinskys are, or Brezhnevskys are, those are what the apartment design was. Cookie cutter apartment complex design, named after whichever president, premier, whatever you want to call him, was ruling the country at the time, or ruling the republic. That's kind of the same thing they're doing. These are going to be cookie cutter buildings slapped up like crazy. Now, one place that's relatively close to me that I know of is Asheville, North Carolina. They are building apartments there like crazy. There's not a single family house going up to be seen, okay? So, interesting, all right, as they're building all these apartments. Now, this is where it makes no sense. Obviously, it takes a lot more material, I mean, lumber, concrete, whatever it would be, to build an apartment than it does a house. Sure, you can also house more people. Here's the catch, and I talked about this last week. You know, the average rent in the United States is $1,600 for a one-bedroom apartment. All right, and if you figure if you're a family of 4, chances are you need 2 or 3 bedrooms, depending on how old your kids are. Okay, so obviously more. Interest rates are ridiculously low. So, I mean, you know, what are we talking? 3.5% for a 30-year mortgage, somewhere thereabouts? You know, whatever would be. I mean, lower if you can get a 15-year mortgage. So, what makes no sense, and again, this is where I'm talking the economic side of things. Unless your credit sucks, which still good luck getting an apartment, even if your credit sucks, because every apartment complex runs it. So unless this is low income housing, okay, you're better off buying a house and getting a mortgage, because it's going to cost you less and you're going to build equity, right? So, you know, if the average mortgage in the country is $1,300, and the average rent for a one-bedroom is $1,600, why are we building more apartments? Do you see where I'm going here? Okay. The rich, okay, I'm not talking Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates rich, okay, but the wealthy, the still 1%ers, if you will, are the ones that can afford to buy these apartment complexes. Most of the time they're bought by companies, all right? And they do it to make income. So what do these guys know? Why are they building all these apartments? You know, why aren't we building more starter homes, if you will? You know, those homes that are $125,000, $150,000. You know, the 1,600 square foot, you know, duplex style house that's got, you know, 3 bedrooms in it, and, you know, your typical starter home. Well, could this have something to do with the fact of all the immigration that's coming in? We've got to put these people up somewhere. That's probably one, okay? And where do immigrants usually go? They go into these cities, into, you know, I don't know, pick one, you know, Pole Town, Chinatown, Little Havana, whatever, you know, pick one for, you know, whatever city you're in. Okay, so that's the first thing, you know, that you're going to have all these immigrants coming in, illegals, with, you know, no real source of income, you know, so they've got to find, you know, apartments of some sort. So you'll pack a bunch of people into an apartment because they're not going to be able to buy a house, because you can't buy a house, okay? So you'll have some of these, well, we'll do it, you know, under Biden's new policy that, you know, you've got 5 years till you can get your green card and all this. You know, I'm not going to get into all that, but that's the first thing, all right? Then the other part is, this is what we need to pay attention to. What are they going to do? And I know we all talk about property tax all the time. What are they going to do to squeeze the people that are in the suburbs, in the rural areas, into the cities? Why are we building all these apartments? This is something that should be really concerning to people. It doesn't make logical sense. I mean, if you say, yeah, okay, we've got all these immigrants coming in, that's one part of it. But we don't need to be having a 26% increase in apartment buildings. I mean, that's insane. That's trying to move everybody into again, Soviet style, move everybody into the city, what Constantine say the other day? Moscow's now to 26 million people. All right. Good luck keeping your 6-foot distance at 26 million people, guys. This is the thing. Watch it. Okay. You know, like I said, still buying silver. It's now start time to look at gold. It's getting to the point of, I mean, obviously you're not buying ounces of gold at a time at $1,700, $1,800. But you know, the 10th ounce pieces or whatever that you can get, $175, $200. Those are things that you might want to start looking at. See what your coin shop has. But keep a close eye on the construction. You know, let me know, guys, what you're seeing in your area. If you're seeing a whole bunch of, you know, especially if you're near cities, if you're seeing a bunch of apartment buildings going up and very few houses or stuff like that, you know, let me know, because those are very key economic indicators that are very important to us as the preppers as to what's going on. We can kind of get an idea. You know damn well all the politicians know what's going on, what they're trying to do, and their cronies, the donors, the big money people who own these companies and building this stuff, they know what's going on. They're not telling us, so it's up to us to figure it out. And these numbers today were a huge key for me to figure out what's going on. Keep your eyes open, guys. You got my email. You find anything out, let me know. Pinball out.